Hi, I'm Lillian McMorris, and welcome to the Lillian McMorris Show. It is our endeavor to make sure that Southern Nevada knows what's going on within our community. Specifically, I like to highlight nonprofit organizations as well as the events and programs that they have right here in Southern Nevada. We always like to thank COX Communication for giving us the time so we can be in your living room or on your telephone or on your tablet, because we not only are on COX 96, but also YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, and probably about, I think Teresa told me, about 38 or so many other internet areas. So you can always find out what's going on right here in Southern Nevada. Our first guest this morning, and you know what? I have met so many people that love golf. And I actually used to golf myself. So I understand the game, I love the game, and I respect the game. And that is what First Tee does with the youth in our community. And as forestated, giving the opportunity to these students is In the Cup Golf Club. This is a social club. Well, they're going to have a tournament, and I've got a beautiful flyer of which we're going to show you. And it is starting at 8 o'clock in the morning,
yes,
Saturday, October the 18th. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Leroy Wordlaw. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Very
much
nice
for
to be
being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We appreciate what your club is doing. Tell us a little bit about the club.
The In the Cup Golf Club was formed about 2 years ago. There were a group of golfers who just like to get together and play golf, and we decided that we would form a club.
Okay.
And by so doing, we had to have a reason for the club, which really expanded on our social activities. Mm-hmm. And so we decided we wanted to promote youth within the within the communities mm-hmm. around us.
Okay.
So we are trying to generate revenue to be able to support these youth. Mm-hmm. Our first endeavor is this inaugural tournament here
right.
On October the 18th, and those proceeds will go to benefit the First Tee of Southern Nevada.
Okay. Now before we get into First Tee, let's talk a little bit more about In the Cup Golf Club, because you get together on a regular basis.
On a regular basis.
Where do you play?
We play a circuit of different golf courses depending upon how our president can go out to the golf courses and talk to them and negotiate what we can do.
Okay.
So far, we play, most of our golf courses are in northern Las Vegas, mm-hmm. and sometimes we expand that out to other
And I know you love Paiute. I already heard about that.
Yes.
You love Paiute.
Love Paiute. Love Paiute.
I do too. I like sitting there eating and looking out on the beautiful green, because that is absolutely three beautiful courses that they have.
But we play a lot of the golf courses in northern Las Vegas.
Okay.
And every Saturday, the tee time can range anywhere between 7:30 and 9:30, depending upon the course that we're playing.
Okay. How many members do you have?
We have approximately 22 members total mm-hmm. at this point.
And how can a person become a member of In the Cup Golf Club?
They can simply email our email address, which is inthecup.golfclub@yahoo.com,
okay.
and show their interest and leave us their information. And I, as membership director, will reach out to them and engage them and invite them out to play with us.
Okay.
Normally, when a new person comes aboard, it is my responsibility to
beat them up on the golf course.
Actually, no. It's just to introduce them. To introduce them. Everyone has skills on the golf course.
Right.
And so, but I introduce them to the club, and we talk about what our aims are and what we're looking to do going forward.
So, in building your In the Cup and letting people know that you're here within our community, you want to give back to the community.
Yes.
And your way of giving back, and this is your first golf tournament, actually,
yes,
inaugural golf tournament, and you're going to be at Painted Desert,
yes,
which is a beautiful course in itself. And how many how many foursomes are you looking for?
We're looking to max out at 40 foursomes if we can get that large.
Okay.
We want this this particular tournament format to grow exponentially over the next few years, because the revenue that we generate, we want to be able to even hand out a scholarship or two
right.
within our community to kids that need scholarships mm-hmm. and things. We want to be able to support community activities, such as when the community is giving an event, we will go and host an event there,
right.
like an ice cream social right. or just money that allows us to go out and give back to the community what we have received so much as we were growing up. Mm-hmm. All of the support mechanisms that we had as children
You want to give him back.
We want to give back now.
And see, now this one will benefit First Tee, of which we talked about earlier, and part of that is scholastic accomplishments. You've got kids that don't know about golf. You're going to be teaching them, mentoring them, giving them education.
Yes.
All of this, First Tee gives the opportunity for kids, usually in lower economic areas, to benefit from knowing and learning about the game of golf.
And the game of golf is a wonderful game which teaches you camaraderie, it teaches you competitiveness, but it also teaches you fair play.
Right.
It also teaches you respect. And respect the game and respect the people within the game, respect your other players, respect for someone you don't even know. It's interesting that we can walk up to a green, a practice green where people are putting and just start chatting and find out just how much you can have in common with people you don't even know.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are talking to Leroy Wordlaw, and he is a member of In the Cup Golf Club, and they're having their inaugural golf tournament at Painted Desert. I'm going to give you a couple of things. How about a phone number, number one, if you're interested in more information on becoming a member or to be a part of this tournament. 805-990-2500. That's 805-990-2500. And that will give you more information. Just find out what's going on within the Cup Golf Club and Golf Tournament. The tournament is October the 18th at Painted Desert. You can go on Facebook and find them, In the Cup Golf Club, or you can email them, inthecup.golfclub@yahoo.com. Thank you so much, Leroy. We appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you sharing your information.
Thank you for having me.
We'll get it on the community calendar and help you get the word out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
The Las Vegas Urban League is celebrating a decade of commitment to our community. Saturday, October 11th at Caesars Palace in Forum 12 Ballroom, 6 p.m. President's Reception, 7 p.m. Program and Entertainment. Call 702-636-3949 for more information.
And welcome back. It is so nice to educate people in our community. We just finished talking about educating the youth on the importance of golf in the green and respecting the game and learning the game. But you know what? The kid has to be here. The child has to be here, has to be healthy first. And the only way we can do that is educate parents, specifically our mothers. And that's what March of Dimes does. Please welcome Alicia Green. Welcome, Alicia.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate you having me.
And sharing all of our information. I know that's what you do as a community director, is share information. So what I'd like you to do is let's talk a little bit about the March of Dimes, its history, what we're doing here in our community, and just give us some information.
Well, the March of Dimes started 76 years ago with FDR. He had polio. So he started the organization in hopes to find a cure. We were able to fund research, come up with a vaccination, so all the healthy babies can definitely thank those efforts.
Right.
And now we are aiming to eradicate premature birth and chromosomal defects.
And you have an office locally.
Yes, we do.
And what are some of the programs that you have for expectant mothers or people that are looking to get pregnant, how they should take care of themselves so they can have healthy full-term pregnancies?
So we are more of a preemptive organization. We fund research. We do educate and we do lobby for legislation that encourages certain testing to make sure the babies are healthy before they leave the hospital.
Correct.
We have the NICU family support, and that basically entails us going in and telling the mothers that have unfavorable outcomes what to expect, just moral support.
Right.
And then we have the Center in Pregnancy.
Right.
Where we'll have a doctor sit down with a group of mothers that may be underinsured or uninsured and give them that same prenatal attention that they would get on an individual basis had they had it.
How important is prenatal care?
It's so important. I can't stress that enough. I mean, we have about 30,000 babies born in southern Nevada every year, 5,000 of which are born prematurely. And if there's a way to mitigate some of the outcomes by just pinpointing some of these occurrences early
Right.
throughout the pregnancy, then we can help these babies
come out
come out healthy. Yeah,
and then the
healthy.
mother is healthy.
Yeah.
Now, you're all across the country, which we just stated
We
that.
are. We're a national organization, even in Canada.
And we helping moms take charge of their health and supporting families when something goes wrong.
Yes.
And you mentioned that earlier. Can we get in that just a little more? How you support that family?
So we support family through the care. NICU Family Support is a great example, but like a lot of national organizations, we have grants. So smaller organizations, smaller 501c3s or research centers can apply for those grants. And the advocacy is also huge. We have a test that we can prick the baby's foot and identify the oxygen levels within their blood. And then we do, obviously.
And what sort of support do you offer the family? Do you have support groups locally? Do you have individuals that maybe talk to the moms and help them kind of along the way?
We do. Locally, there's only 4 of us employed, so we have a programs director. And she's way more versed when it comes to the individual programs. And you can contact our office for details on that.
I will give that phone number, absolutely.
But we also have small organizations like Jalen's Gift. Have you heard of them?
Yes, I have.
Yes. So we just did a health fair with them. We gave them a little bit of funding so they could roll out their first health fair at the Green Valley Ranch, and it was successful.
And see, and that's what we do. When we have health fairs, it's so important that we make sure that everyone knows. So that's how information is given out.
Yes.
Because people come and they become a part of, and they learn, they get brochures, they get to talk to someone.
Yes.
And so I'm going to give the telephone number because you're supporting families and being part of the March of Dimes, not only just locally, but nationally. And also sharing best practices in prenatal health and help improve birth outcomes.
Yes.
And that's where the needs, as one would say, are the most urgent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes we don't know why babies are born too soon, and that's why we fund the research. And so sometimes the mothers do go to all of the appointments. They do everything right, proper diet, no alcohol or smoking. So that's what we're working on eradicating.
And then something still happens, and we have to be,
Yes.
they have to know that there is an organization, which is the March of Dimes, that is here not only to help them,
Yes.
but also to give referral.
Right.
Okay? March of Dimes. For more information, let's give you a telephone number. That's 702-690-0725. 702-690-0725. And it's very easy. Go to their website, marchofdimes.org. Thank you, Alicia, so much for being
appreciate
here.
you having me.
And thank you for giving us information. We want to make sure that we have moms that have healthy full-term pregnancies. But in order to do that, education is the key. You stay tuned. We'll be right back. Support the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. Participate in the Danny Gans Memorial Champions Run for Life, hosted by Donnie Osmond, Saturday, October 18th at Town Square, which is located at 6605 Las Vegas Boulevard South. Call the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation at 702-735-8434 for more information. We're taping on location at City Lights. We thank them for being our location sponsor, probably for about 4 or 5 shows, and we certainly do appreciate them giving us the space and the time. We are going to talk about horses. And I love horses. And some people are afraid of horses. Some people love horses. But I'm going to tell you, these particular horses, this is called Horses for Heroes. And we always talk about empowerment and making people's self-esteem, making people feel better. That's what Horses for Heroes does. Well, I'd like to introduce at this time Stephen Disler. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Horses for Heroes.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about the program.
Horses for Heroes. We're a 501c nonprofit organization. We started about 8 years ago in a small little ranch down on Craig Road here in Las Vegas.
Right, I remember that.
Just recently, we moved out to beautiful Floyd Lamb Park. So we have a full-on working ranch. And what we do is we cater towards the military, first responders, firemen, police officers, doctors, nurses, even school teachers, giving them the opportunity, the accessibility, and an affordable way to ride horses and interact with our
Well, it's
programs that
also
we
open
have.
to the community.
Now that we're in Floydland Park, we're also
We're
open to the
larger
community.
and you're open to the community.
Yes, yes.
So that's why, and that's why we've got 2 websites, which we're going to give as well, because most of us are used to the ranchlasvegas.com, which was
Correct.
kind of the smaller. And now that you're opening it up, you've got horsesforheroes.org.
Right. Horsesforheroes.org describes our nonprofit, all the programs and stuff that we offer for the military and first responders. The ranchlasvegas.com kind of concentrates more on the programs, the special events,
Right.
the stuff that we have for the
That we
general
all
public.
as a community can come
down
out and
enjoy.
see.
Yep.
I like what it said. Life skills reinforces the core values that horses build character and guide not only the youth to become more empathetic, it empowers adults who make responsible choices throughout their lives.
Yes. There's a lot of things that are dealt with horses. First of all, everyone is their friend.
Right.
You can talk to a horse, you can brush a horse. He's happy that you're there. You have a comfortable relationship with that horse. And on top of it all, it can be up to a 1-ton animal.
True.
Nothing is more empowering than even just grabbing a lead rope by the horse and leading him around a ring, or actually getting on a horse and having that horsepower literally underneath you to guide and control and get some more control and self-empowerment in your own life.
Okay. Self-empowerment. Most of the people who have gone, as you said, firemen, people in the military, etc., they're already self-empowered. But sometimes they lose something because of what has occurred.
Yes.
How does this help that?
That reflects on our programs. A lot of the community military people are always moving all around, so it's great for the kids to have some central location where, again, there's horses that are their friends, and we do family events for them. The empowerment comes in after seeing something, maybe overseas, actually in war, and you may be suffering from, post-traumatic stress.
Right.
These programs that we offer relieve that. It gives an opportunity, especially here in Las Vegas, to get out of the city life, come out to a ranch, take a deep breath, learn some things about the horses, have some one-on-one time with the horses,
Right.
and then have an exciting, fun time with them as well.
Now, you also talk about morale-boosting health and wellness programs.
Yes.
So how does health and wellness come
Health
in?
and wellness, again, it's just it's a clearing of the mind. You come out, you enjoy the time while you're there. It's stress-free.
Kind of therapeutic.
Very therapeutic.
Okay.
We don't deal mostly with rehabilitation as far as like wounded warriors or anything like that. It's more of a mental state of mind.
Okay.
And an opportunity to meet with other military families, mingle with them, get their kids to know other kids. We're located all over the United States now. We've got about we're in 40 different states, over 200 different facilities.
Wonderful.
This one here at Floydland Park now is our headquarters. We're really excited to be out there. It's a lot of fun. We offer riding lessons. We've got a big barnyard with goats and cows and alpacas and llamas and chickens and rabbits that people can come out and pet and see. We also have wagon rides, special events, a whole bunch of fun stuff for the whole family.
And if you watch our community calendar, they're going to have special events that are coming up, and we're going to make sure, because the Venetian Sand sponsors our community calendar here on the Lillian McMorris Show. So we're very, very happy to put our events, and
Excellent.
That's one thing that the Venetian does is highlights our military.
And we'd love to have the military, their first responders, all their families, and the general public to come out
Right.
and see
So we want to make sure that we get your information, email it to us,
Got
and
it.
we'll put it on the community calendar because they do sponsor that. So
Fantastic.
now I love
Appreciate
your
it.
core values. Emphasize responsibility, independence, dedication, and empathy.
Yes. There is a lot of responsibility in owning a horse. The little boy or girl that wants to have a horse doesn't understand all the
care,
responsibility,
right.
the care, all the work that it goes into raising and having a horse. Out at the ranch, they have that opportunity without actually owning the horse. It's hard to put a horse in your half-acre lot here in Las Vegas.
True.
So you come out.
Some houses are less than a half-acre
exactly.
lot,
Yeah, very small. But
Right.
you come out to the ranch and you get to know the horse. You learn the responsibility, feeding, cleaning, maintaining,
Brushing
taking
them
care,
down,
brushing
all
them
of
down.
that. Okay.
And it includes all
Well, you know
of
what? We're going to give both websites.
Great.
Okay. We've been talking to Stephen Dessler. He is the Director of Operations for Horses for Heroes. And the phone number, 702-885-1943. That's 702-885-1943. Or you can go and they'll give you two websites, theranchlosvegas.com or Horses4Heroes, the number 4, horsesforheroes.org. We're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728. And welcome back. Doing business in Southern Nevada, or let's be more specific, doing business with the College of Southern Nevada. Well, they have a supplier inclusion that is coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Guy Amato.
How are you?
Welcome, Guy.
Thank you.
Haven't seen you for years.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
Thank you so much for joining us.
That's my pleasure.
You got a new position, Director of Community Relations at College of Southern Nevada.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means that you get to go around and talk about all the good things that are happening there and get people, teach people, educate people how to do business.
That's one of the things that we're doing with through our purchasing department. We want to expand the base of suppliers that we have for the college, and we're reaching out to minority and women-owned businesses as well as all small businesses.
Right.
And the event is to let people know how to do business with us as an institution. You know, we're a state agency. There's certain things that we need to go through in terms of qualifying suppliers, and this
Yeah, you
event,
talked about accreditation and
Right.
making sure that they are a minority or women-owned business.
That's correct, and then how to engage with the college so that they're in registry with us, and
Right.
so that we have all the paperwork involved, and that they know how to approach us and find out about how to do
And
this.
I remember years ago when we started this, because I was president of the President's Advisory Board
Right.
for CSN at that time. And multicultural diversity education, bringing businesses in to be a part of the system was one of the number one goals. And I noticed that it's coming out of the President's office again.
It's quite correct, and they in fact expanded the department. So I'm the Director of Community Relations, but I'm part of the Office of Community Relations, Diversity and Multicultural Affairs. It has an Executive Director, Maria Marinch, now, so I report to an Executive Director, and she reports directly to the President.
Okay.
And we're actually expanding staff because our outreach into the community is now a priority. And my role is really out among all the chambers and about all the community active organizations that are.
Now, the one thing I like about this third supplier inclusion, it's a partnership. It's not only just College of Southern Nevada. You've got UNLV and Nevada State College.
That's correct.
So now all three have gotten on board.
We're all state institutions, so we all do business pretty much the same way. So we want to make it available to small businesses, and it's not only to just learn how. You're going to meet the administrators and the buyers and the people who make decisions on buying things. So,
And I guess that's where the networking comes in.
Right.
How important is that?
It's critical because when we're trying to purchase things, we need to know who's got what. And
Right.
the more people that we know and the more exposure we have to what people are offering, the better. It helps us make better decisions, but it also helps engage the community in economic activity and spreads it around a little bit because, you know, frankly, we spend a lot of money every year.
Right.
And we want to make sure that we're engaged with everyone that's trying to do business with us.
And see, the funny thing, and this is one thing we did before, and I'm sure you're still doing it. If you need 10,000 rolls of toilet paper. One company, one small minority or women-owned company may not be able to do that, but you can spread that around.
They can spread it out.
And use four,
Right.
maybe.
And in the best situation, we can partner with a business. And sometimes when you have a smaller supplier but has an opportunity to do something larger, knowing that opportunity exists may help them get financing, may help them with the manufacturer, may help them get better terms for whatever their product is. So working in a collaboration as a business partner is a much better way to do business, and we hope that we can help people understand how to do that.
Now, this is Friday, October the 10th from 7:45 in the morning till 11:30, so you don't have a whole lot of time.
No, and there's a lot going on in that period of time, so you want to make sure you get there at 7:45. It's being held at our West Charleston campus.
Okay.
Well, that's Charleston Boulevard between
Torrey
Torrey
Pines?
Pines, yeah, right at the corner of Torrey Pines, you'll see it. And it's in the K building.
K building.
Yeah, there's a big
Okay.
auditorium in there.
6375 West Charleston in the K
correct.
building.
That's correct.
Okay. And so learn how to do business with CSN. Meet administrators and purchasing decision makers.
That's correct.
And get useful tips from experts on how to grow your business.
True. We have a terrific business school there, and we have a lot of people that know a lot of things about business, and so we'd like to share that information wherever we can.
I'd like to thank our sponsors.
Yes?
Asian Chamber of Commerce,
Asian Chamber
Latin Chamber of Commerce,
and
also
the
Urban Chambers of
and also now the Women's Chamber of Commerce.
now the Women's Chamber. Okay.
Their logo got printed on the latest revision of that.
That's okay.
flyer.
I guess I have an old flyer, but that's all right. We want to thank them.
I have an old flyer. So.
Let's give some contact information. Make sure everybody has that date. And that date again is Friday, October the 10th, and that is from 7:45 a.m. until 11:30. So you don't have a whole lot of time. It is a fully packed afternoon or morning, and we want everybody to come out, bring your credentials, your accreditation, know what product that you are having, that you want to sell or you want to buy or you want someone to get, because these are the people who make the decisions. This is the third Supplier Inclusion Networking event and workshop. Again, that's Friday, October the 10th from 7:45 a.m. to 11:30. And an email address, if you want more information, is diversity@csn.edu. That's diversity@csn.edu, or you can call at 702-651-4272. I'm Lillian McMorris, and we want to thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we've given you some information that you can share, and make sure you keep watching us right here on COX 96 or on the internet. And we'll talk to you next time. The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728. The Lillian McMorris Show is brought to you in part by Louisiana Gumbo and More, located on West Charleston. The best gumbo, fried catfish, salads, and don't forget the po' boys. That's Louisiana Gumbo and More on West Charleston. Grab the Lillian McMorris Show app, which will give you access to the current show, links to past segments, add your event to my community calendar.